Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alright, let's take a look at an indirect cash flow statement. We also have some additional information given here at the above, and this is typical what you will see for an indirect cash flow problem. As you can see, this is the worksheet that I just have copied from the Word individual assignment. So we need to complete all the debit and credit amount for reconciling items. Alright, now I have a template over here. Keep in mind we have three sections on our statement of cash flow. Firstly, operating section, where all of our regular day-to-day activities are going to be recorded, as well as any adjustments to net income. Alright, our cash flow from investing activities and our cash flow from financing activities. Now for each of these areas, we are going to be analyzing this information over here to on the left hand side and inputting in it appropriately. Alright, firstly, I will solve all the reconciling item first. For land, we need to put the amount at the credit side because we assume that the land has sold. For equipment, the amount at the debit side, we need to deduct the figure. For inventory as well, at the debit side, we need to deduct the ending and the beginning balance. Same goes with account receivable. We assume that the company still have account balance of account receivable for sales on credit. For cash, also same. So I have just done for current asset and non-current asset. So this is roughly you can see I have just done for ledger for each account from the statement of financial position. We move on to credit side for equity and non-current liability and current liability. First and foremost, share capital ordinary share. We need to put the amount at the credit side because we assume that the company assumes a share. For retained earnings, as we can see from this ledger, for retained earnings, beginning balance, ending balance, for dividend, we put it at the debit side. As we can see too, from the additional information, the cash dividends of 10,000 ringgit were paid during the year. So we put it at the debit side, 10,000. At the credit side, we need to put the net profit before taxation, 21,000. For bonds payable, we need to put the amount at the debit side, and same goes with accumulated depreciation equipment at the credit side. For accounts payable, at the debit side, to get the total for the debit, we sum up all the amount for debit for the current, for the asset and liabilities, also equity. For credit, also same. So we get the tally amount for credit. So let's move on to statement of cash flow for the year ended 31st December 2021 for Success Union Berhad. So firstly, first section for cash flow from operating activities, net profit before tax. We just took the amount from the information given, 21,000. For adjustment, we have two figure here, loss on disposal land and depreciation on equipment. So loss on disposal land, 60,000 we must deduct with 52,000 because from the previous information here, land which originally cost 60,000 was sold for 50,000. So 60,000 minus 52,000 equal to 8,000. For depreciation on equipment, we just need to copy the amount here. Alright, and we sum up the total of adjustment. And we get 22,000 for adjustment. Alright, let's move on to other areas in operating section. Now this is going to be our current asset and current liabilities. So keep in mind, current assets are going to opposite. So if current assets are going up, we will decrease, and if current assets are going down, we will increase. And now current liabilities follow the same direction. So if current liabilities going up, we need to increase it, but if current liabilities was going down, we need to decrease it. So for increased inventory, $90,000 should be minus with 110,000, and we get negative figure here. Same goes with account receivable. For current liabilities here, accounts payable decrease, so it's going down, so we need to minus it. So we get negative 3,000. So cash generated from operation, we sum up all the changes in working capital. And we get negative 36,000. And net cash flow from operating activities, we sum up all the figure here. And we get 7,000. Alright, we move on to cash flow from investing activities. We need to mind that in investing activities, all the non-current asset will be the figure for this section. For proceed from sales of land, we took the amount from the information given, which is 52,000. For purchase on equipment will be 9,000. So net cash flow from investing activities should be the total proceed from sales of land and purchase equipment, and we get 61,000. For the last section, cash flow from financing activities, this is where the figure from equity and current liabilities. For issuance of share capital, we just look at the worksheet. 10,000. For payment of bond payment, so we need to put it negative for payment. Same goes with cash dividend. 10,000 ringgit. So net cash flow from financing activities. Sum of all the figure given for issuance of capital, payment of bond payable, and cash dividend. So net increase or decrease in cash equivalents. We need to sum up all the total from operating, investing, and financing. For cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the year, we took the amount from the worksheet only. And cash and equivalents at the end of the year will be, we need to total up the net increase and cash equivalents at the beginning of the year. So we can see that the answer is totally true because the cash at the end of the year, 65,000, was same with the worksheet at the ending of the year, 65,000.